Well, there's a primary today in Kentucky, and Congressman Thomas Massie is running for re-election. He joins us now. And, sir, thank you for your time. Good morning to you in the few minutes we have left here. President Trump wants you to lose. Have you met your match?
No, I'm not running against President Trump. Most of the people voting for me support President Trump like I do. And so the endorsements that I've gotten are from the pro-life groups, the pro-Second Amendment groups, because my opponent, he won't debate, he won't fill out the forms to say where he is on abortion, where he is on gun control. And so I've also got the local elected leaders and the state reps endorsing me. I've got U.S. reps from Congress coming to my district and campaigning with me because I'm the conservative and I'm running against an AI candidate without the I. He's created AI ads. He does his social media posts with AI, and he hasn't been to a single debate. He skipped all 8 of them. He's terrified of debating, and people don't know who he is. There's no enthusiasm for him. I did 3 events yesterday. Each of them, every one of them, had more attendees than the Secretary of War's event. That tells you where the polling's at. They're panicked because the president's done 11 posts about this race in the last 72 hours, and they sent the Secretary of War. Their polling shows the same thing as mine. We're probably going to pull this off.
Okay, all right, we'll see about that. We're watching carefully. Ed Gallrein is your opponent. He's a dairy farmer. You're a cattle farmer. Ed Gallrein was with us yesterday and said the following.
These folks are moving to remove Misrepresentative Massie from Congress. At every turn, he has betrayed us. Nearly 85% of this district voted for President Trump in the 2024 primary.
Add on to the numbers. President Trump won your district over Kamala Harris by 75%. And he's gone after you in a big way. You know, back in March, he was in your town campaigning against you. He says he doesn't like the fact that you voted against the big, beautiful bill, which included tax cuts. How do you defend that vote?
Well, listen, that's the problem in D.C. They put everything in one giant bill. They put funding back in for the transgender surgery for kids. So I'm actually the only Republican who voted against that. They like to put it all in one giant bill. So if you ever vote against it, they can say that you voted against everything. The reality is I voted for the SAVE Act when it comes up individually. I voted for border control, DHS, the wall, all of the things that the president wants. I voted to keep men out of women's sports in the Olympics. I passed that out of my committee, my Judiciary Committee. What they're doing is they're taking these big giant bills, which everybody hates back in America, and they're trying to blame you for anything that's in there. But guess what? I'm the only guy up there that didn't vote to fund Planned Parenthood this last time. I'm the only guy up there that didn't vote to fund that immigrant welfare fraud. They put the money back in. They've actually taken all the DOGE cuts out. But I'm the only one that's sticking with DOGE and sticking with the people back home.
Sir, he just said that he doesn't think you're a Republican. He doesn't think you're a libertarian. He mentioned border security. He mentioned transgender female sports. I guess if you do put all that in a big bill, you don't separate it. But do you think the people of your district can understand the distinction you're trying to make? After 7 terms serving that district, will they decide to keep you in Washington now, sir?
I think they will. Like I said, we've got the endorsement of the pro-life groups, the pro-gun groups, the local elected officials, the congressmen in Kentucky who've come down and campaigned with me. And my people are smart enough to understand that this is Israel trying to buy an election. Miriam Adelson has spent so much money on my election, they're going to have to scale down that ballroom that she was paying for. And she was born in Israel. The Republican Jewish Coalition and the American Israel Public Affairs Committee have spent millions of dollars in this race on a guy that's never showed up for a single debate. They think they can buy Kentuckians. They think they can buy this seat because they tried to buy my vote and I wouldn't sell it. And they're finding out it's real expensive. And what they're going to find out is they can't afford to buy this seat in Kentucky.
Okay.
This is the most expensive race.
Yeah, Lauren Boebert was there over the weekend for you. Rand Paul was there, Victoria Spartz, Warren Davidson. We'll see whether or not that's a good enough counterweight as the voting continues today, and we'll watch it tonight when it comes in 6 o'clock Eastern, then the rest of the state at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Sir, thank you for your time. We'll see what comes of it.
Thanks, Bill.
Thomas Massie.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.